Tonight we continue our coverage of the teenager murdered at a Walgreens store on the northwest side of Colorado Springs. 17-year-old Riley Whitelaw was found dead in the store's break room over the weekend. The suspect is her co-worker. We learned from arrest documents that 1 year ago, the teen reportedly told her manager about her co-worker making unwanted advances at her. And since then, a lot of people are wondering what more Walgreens could have done to protect her. News 5's Natalie Chuck is joining us now in the studio to break down what legal experts say. Natalie.
Diane, Riley's friends and classmates want justice for Riley, but a labor attorney I spoke with says dealing with harassment claims in the workplace is not always black and white. The temporarily closed signs on the door of this Walgreens are a stark reminder of a murder that happened inside. Flowers laid on the ground outside to honor the life of 17-year-old Riley Whitelaw, who detectives believe was killed by a 28-year-old co-worker who was infatuated with her. The arrest affidavit says Riley told her manager the co-worker was making her uncomfortable, and just a few weeks before she died, asked not to work shifts with him anymore. But when Riley wanted more hours, their shifts overlapped.
Employees who are subject to these complaints are often not immediately fired because there's no obligation for an employer to do so.
Attorney Bradley Sherman specializes in employment law and says workplace harassment is common.
We see a lot of it, and that has held true over the 15 years that I've done this.
Even though Riley was a minor and the man she accused of harassing her was an adult, Sherman says a workplace does not necessarily have to treat it differently.
The employer is expected to act reasonably, and I do believe there's a good argument that what is reasonable for protecting a minor should go above and beyond what is considered reasonable for protecting another adult, particularly if you're protecting that minor from an adult.
The nonprofit Tessa typically helps victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, but their services don't stop there.
We also serve people that are not just in an intimate partner relationship, and so those can be people that are experiencing sexual harassment or stalking from somebody that they may or may not know.
The CEO says people should take any concerns employees have seriously.
You might be the first person or even the only person that they're willing to disclose that to, and so make sure that you hear them and you validate what they're bringing forward.
And after a young life is taken too soon, many are left wondering if there should be harsher punishments for workplace harassment.
Conduct has to be severe or pervasive to qualify as illegal harassment. And that's a high standard to meet, and one that many cases or instances of harassment won't reach.
But the attorney says getting employment laws changed is no small task. Some legislation which would have changed some anti-harassment language failed in recent years.